Hi friends, I am Neil Tanna, Associate Director in the Choice. In the first video of our budget 2021, we have covered the provision which are proposed in this budget for related to individual salaried employees and small taxpayers which are earning income from business and profession. In today's second video, we will try to cover second category, that is the corporates and private limited companies and firms, how they will be impacted by this budget. And as mentioned by the Honorable Finance Minister in this speech, that they are trying to reduce the litigation cost for the taxpayers, and at the same time they are trying to catch the tax evasor. So accordingly, they have proposed certain changes. Let's have a look at it. So if you are earning income from business and mainly you are doing activity through a proprietorship firm, or we can say if you have a private limited company, then what are the provisions which will impact you, that we will cover today. First will be the audit requirement. As you must be aware that if your turnover is more than 5 crores rupees, in that case you are required to get your accounts audited under Income Tax Act. As you must be aware that this condition is applicable only if you are doing the transaction through bank channel. If you are doing 95% of your transaction, that is all your receipts and payments should be through bank channel only. If your cash component, cash receipts and cash payments are more than 5% of your total transaction, in that case this benefit will not be available. And that case, old limit, that is 1 crore, and in case of presumptive taxation 2 crores will be applicable. These changes are made to incentivize more of non-cash transaction and to boost the economy. Next changes which is proposed is for the what time you can expect the return processing and the scrutiny assessment notice. As you must be aware that processing of income tax return is done by CPC, and you get the intimation say by 1 year, within 1 year. Now that time limit is reduced to 9 months because of the technology. They are able to process the return immediately. Nowadays, even people are getting the intimation even in the next day of the filing the return. Next question arises with the scrutiny assessment notice. As you must be aware that income tax can issue income tax notice for the scrutiny, that your case is selected for scrutiny. That notice can be sent even after 6 months from the end of the assessment year. That time limit is also proposed to reduce to 3 months. At the same time, completion of assessment for EY 2021 and subsequent year, there is a time limit which is as of now 12 months, which is also proposed to be reduced from the 12 months to 9 months. In some cases, if you see, there are old cases which are reopened by the income tax department. So there is always fear in the mind of the normal taxpayer that even after maybe 5 or 6 years, I may get a notice for my reopening of my cases. So they have curtailed the limit for that, and accordingly what they have done is they are saying if you are a non-search case, in that case your case will not be reopened after 3 years unless your tax evasion proposed is more than 50 lakhs rupees. In that case, they have given a time limit of 10 years. Next proceed is about the ULIP plans. You are paying the premium for ULIP plan, wherein you are getting both the benefit, that is you are investing your money, at the same time you are insuring yourself. So basically that ULIP plan is exempt from income tax at the time of maturity. So to restrict that benefit only for the small taxpayers, they have come out with the restriction that if you are paying premium of more than 250 rupees, that exemption will not be available to you. Next measure which come is the litigation. As I said, our Finance Minister is planning to reduce the litigation cost for the benefit of the taxpayers as well as for the department. So one more proposal is in the budget is about the faceless dispute resolution committee, wherein you are able to file your complaint, your grievance to that committee only if you are earning income up to 50 lakhs rupees and your disputed, or we can say amount which is proposed in the addition, is up to 10 lakhs rupees. One more thing is the third level of appeal, that is income tax tribunal. If you are not satisfied with the order of the commissioner appeal, you file the appeal before tribunal. In that case, as of now, physical presence is required, wherein also they are proposing to change the law, and they are proposing faceless scheme, which is already exists for scrutiny, appeals and penalty proceedings. In future, it is likely to be available for ITAT also. Next question comes, if you are running a company, or we can say you are hiring an employee, and wherein in your case, EPF scheme is applicable, wherein you are required to collect premium for EPF contribution, we say, and that is deductible under section 36(5)(a). So what happened that in the past, there are certain judgments based on that. It was argued that even if you make the payment of that contribution which you have collected from the employees, even after due dates prescribed under specified law, you get the deduction. So through this finance bill, they are cleared that we are proposing to remove that confusion, and if you are making payment after due date, you will not get the deduction for the contribution made by the employee, which is a part of salary and claimed as an expenses. Next question comes, when you are contributing to a EPF scheme again of certain cross limit, and that is the, if you say key personnel of the corporates and companies, they contribute a substantial amount the EPF scheme and get the benefit, and wherein the interest accrued in that provident EPF, employee provident fund, is also exempt from tax. So they are planning to tax that interest income if your contribution in a year is more than 2.5 lakhs. So in that case, if you are contributing say 3 lakhs rupees, interest earned up to 2.5 lakhs will be exempted, and above 2.5 lakhs they will charge tax. Next proposal is for the attachment. In the last budget, they have proposed a penalty under section 270, wherein they have imposed the penalty for the proposal that if you are providing fake invoices or omitting or making the wrong entries which is not actual, in that case you will be penalized equivalent to the amount of transaction. So in the finance bill, it is proposed that if you are covered under this penalty proceeding, then assessing officer has a power to attach the property to the extent of the penalty proposed amount. So if your penalty proposal amount is likely to exceed 2 crore rupees, in that case, even at the initial stage, assessing officer can attach your property to that extent and safeguard the recovery of that penalty amount. So that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe and share our channel. And if you have any queries, please do write to us. Thank you.